Sorry.
Why do you say shut up, Kermit?
Oh, the 14-year-olds did.
Oh, they call her Kermit.
Yeah.
All right. Man, do you have an imagination? Hey, I feel like we're a little loopy this episode. Let's get grounded.
Okay.
Let's get grounded.
Okay.
Not you, did you say?
Not me.
You put a YouTube video of a quack twice. Hey, what's up? Hi there. Welcome aboard another brand spanking new episode of another Below Deck podcast. Down Under. You want to do that in concert moving forward, or
I don't know.
what's wrong with you, poopy pants?
Not poopy pants. Nothing's wrong with me. I'm excited to get into the episode.
Kaylin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Man, did we just have a fun time?
Oh, we had a great time.
Yeah,
Can I tell them what we did?
we did a lot of listening.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
And that's what you do when you're having a conversation. You got to be a good listener. You can't just be yapping away all the time.
One mouth, two ears.
All right, here's what Dylan and Kayla.
Yeah, have you heard that aphorism?
I have not.
You have two ears and one mouth, so you should listen more
Oh,
when you talk.
makes sense. 2 against 1, you know?
Yeah. Have you ever heard that?
This is the first time I'm hearing. It makes sense.
Isn't that beautiful?
It makes sense, but I don't know how it enhances my life in any way.
What do you mean? It's a message. It's a piece of wisdom.
Understood.
Are you saying you already know it so that it doesn't help you?
No, I wasn't aware of it, but, you know, there's better, what do you call them, euphemisms out there, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
fucking beyond
treat
reproach.
others like you'd like to be treated. Things like that.
Let's get into the episode.
Okay. All right, first off, we just had an amazing interview with Carmen, the primary of this charter.
Also known as Karma, also known as Crystal.
And, oh, how dare you. Okay. It's an amazing interview. We're going to drop it tomorrow. So
Yeah.
if you're hearing this on Tuesday, it drops Wednesday. And if you want to see it on YouTube, and the one way you can support us and really help us out is go subscribe to Bad TV Podcast on YouTube. Is that how you say it, Dylan?
Yeah, big time.
And you'll get to see our little interview and all the video. Carmen looks pretty hot on the video.
She did. Yeah. It looked like a snack, huh? Is that too gross?
No.
Kaylin, how you doing?
Hey, good.
Should we get some plugs out of the way before we start the show, Dale?
Well, I think we got one out of the way. What's the next one?
Let's get the next one. Okay. Our audience for Below Deck is enormous. And I would like just a fraction of this audience to go listen to us recap other content on our other podcast called Bad TV. So right now, why don't you just type in Bad TV and subscribe to that and hear Dylan and I and Ruby recap Flavor of Love and 90 Day Fiance before the 90 Day. And a whole bunch of other
Ellie's
stuff.
out of control.
Oh, my daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a lunatic.
Dude, she's losing it in there.
Well, you know,
What's going on?
Well, the problem is it's 100 degrees out, so she's trapped inside a house all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, she run around like a lunatic.
Yeah. I mean, Lupita's completely lost the reins.
Well, she's probably worn Lupita down, quite honestly.
Yeah, poor Lupita, my God.
So we got a great episode for you, and look out for that interview with Carmen. I'll just give you a little tease. Within the first 30 seconds, she refers to Crystal as a demon.
Oh, can I give a tease?
Sure.
Within the last 30 seconds, you call her by her sworn enemy's name.
Dylan, I said Crystal 40 times during the interview because the bulk of the interview, the content was trying to break down the game from Crystal and Carmen.
2 ears, 1 mouth. You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
Kaylin, how you doing?
I'm good, Dylan. How are you?
I'm doing good. All right, so let's get into the episode.
Let's go.
Oh, thank you for doing plugs.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
It's a messy job.
Yes.
All right, let's get into the episode.
Well, let's get into thoughts and knots.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the episode,
I was
Dylan?
going to say, hey, Mike Rowe, you ever done plugs at the top of a podcast? When you want to get into this crazy episode that happened? I thought it was a great episode. I think the casting is magnificent. We've got a beautiful bouquet of broken on this show. Aisha and Captain, king and queen of this live aquatic type vessel. I'm still not convinced that they're brother and sister. I mean, he's actively flirting with the girl.
Yeah, actively peeks in. How you doing? I want to say this.
Can you do that one more time?
How you doing?
Okay.
I want to say this to people on our Facebook.
And I want to say this. You are, of course, okay to talk about our Facebook page in the fucking middle of my pots.
I'm sorry.
You are totally
but you
fine
triggered
to
something.
do that.
Someone made a joke about the Captain Hot Pants and Aisha banging.
Yeah,
and
Rack-a-lamb hot pants.
Someone in the Facebook was appalled by that statement. You know what? Whoever said that, get out of here.
Yeah.
It's a comedy podcast. We joke around. And there's always truth in comedy.
Uh-huh.
They're definitely fucking.
All right. I feel uncomfortable. So we've got those two. And they're, what did you say? Definitely fucking? Okay. But we've got a lovely, rest of the schmear with the Sea Rats. Cannot stand Luke. I cannot stand Luke.
It's great television.
I cannot stand Adam. I think Adam needs to be...
Goofy motherfucker.
No. That's Harry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Harry's goofy.
Oh, yeah, totally. And he's not like black behind the eyes, violet, like Adam, So maybe let's think about putting him in some kind of psychiatric oversight, and then he can get back out onto the ocean. But the women are fantastic. I can never remember her name unless I'm looking at the notes. Trininia is a magnificent. She's just bad enough to be entertaining. And Laura, I think, is evil. People from that part of the world are cold. Lapia. And Margot, what a lovely addition. What a lovely addition. I'm not sure if she does she come on this episode? Yeah. Well, lovely to have her.
Quickly becomes the front runner.
Yeah, we had a nasty guest. I mean, this episode had it all. Tits, balls, and claws, 94 pots.
I smell episode title.
Yeah.
All right, Dill. So let me just...
That's not the episode title. You don't need to write that down.
Okay.
I marked it.
All right. So, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but maybe
Thank
just
God.
4 or 5 minutes. Bravo decided to drop 2 episodes a week on us. Now, I've already had my issues with that.
Okay.
But that's fine. Dylan and I make a lot of money talking about this stupid show.
Yeah.
What I do take issue with...
I wouldn't say a lot, but it's a good amount of money. Yeah.
I think a lot of people would think it's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so you subject
Well, they're
us...
pores.
No. Just regular working Joes,
Yeah.
All right, 2 episodes back to back once a week. And then Bravo now adds, if you noticed in this episode, an additional 8 minutes at the tail end of this episode.
Why are you doing Tom Likas?
I'm not doing Tom Likas. Because you call people bitch. Now, all right, so I get that the Sea Rats had just wrapped up a charter. And of course, we can't just leave with a cliffhanger of Laura spending 3 hours doing her makeup.
Yeah.
We have to show some footage of them out. So old Patty just turns the TV off at hour minute 59, and I start, watching the second episode, and they're deep into hanging out being Sea Rats at the club, and I'm like, God damn it, Andy! And I had to go back and rewatch the last 8 minutes.
That's shocking. That's shocking, because I'm a Peacock boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Different edit sometimes.
Well, it's just the episode. There's no FCC, NSA, firearms and whatever regulations on the, TV guide there on the interwebs. But anyways, what'd you think of the episode?
I thought it was great. It was disappointing that it went down just how I thought it was the first minute of the episode. I was hoping that Crystal would fall into the ocean, be eaten by sharks.
Sure.
But she wasn't. They just went to bed.
Yeah.
50 pots.
What's the movie where LL Cool J stabs a Mako shark in the eye? I mean, she's
Deep Blue
losing
Sea.
her mind right now.
Hi, Ellie.
Look at this. She's treating us like a Twilight Zone exhibit. She's like, oh, look, this. She's like a fucking alien.
We're
looking
exhibit at the zoo.
Podcasting. Ellie, get out of here.
Hey, honey, Daddy's working.
Hey, Ellie.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Okay.
Cute kid, but we're working.
Understood.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Kaylin, what'd you think of the episode?
Pretty good. 40 pots.
That was good.
Better than mine.
That was good.
Better than mine.
That was good. I give that 84 pots.
All right.
All right, let's get into it.
Okay.
Of course, we start out with below deck horse shit.
I'm the captain now. And no, comma, bitch, pause, fuck off.
Yeah.
Now, our guest, Carmen, she alleges that there was some editing in her her best friend Brandon wasn't in fact that wasn't towards Captain Hot Pants.
Yeah.
Somehow they had edited. He had said that to Crystal.
He was, or he was talking to, and I don't know if she.
I don't believe Carmen with that one. She gave us a lot of good tea, but that one, I think that's a conspiracy theory.
Oh, I thought he was was like condemning the gods. You know.
Oh, right.
The queer god. Mm-hmm. Who's the queerest god? Loki.
Oh, he's a god.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, they ask for another champagne, another glass of champagne. And if that is any indication of how not threatening Hot Captain Rack-a-Lamb Jason was in this moment, I don't know how to finish the sentence, but it wasn't a big deal, obviously. They asked for another fucking glass of champagne. They weren't intimidated.
No. Here's what I would have done. Go to bed, you cigarette buzzards.
Oh, wow.
You cig buzzards, go to bed. You
Yeah.
almost killed yourselves out there.
Yeah.
Time for bed. I thought Captain Hot Pants handled himself pretty well here. And look, I do want to. At first, I really despised Brandon for him thinking this, but then I kind of thought out some of the characteristics of a sassy gay.
Yeah.
I think if he was in fact talking to Hot Captain Jason this way, it's sassy gay always has to end no with bitch, because
Well,
that's how you talk to your
yeah,
friends.
that's
It's,
how you
it's a
talk.
term of endearment.
Right, exactly. No is subsequently followed by bitch. And also, us as Americans, if there is someone with that kind of Lappian Eastern European tongue and they're like commanding you not to do something, I think there's something in us. Maybe we're all
Triggered?
like Manchurian candidates. We're like, no.
I get it.
No. This ended in 1990. Okay, you're not telling me what to do. All right,
if Brandon-
you get the fuck over there.
If Brandon had known the only factory in her country made dog bowls,
Yeah.
he would have made a lot of hay with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's a
And
good
if
thing you know
only
that.
people knew that, people always ask, what's the smallest country? And it's the Vatican. But it's actually not. It's Lappia, which is a country dedicated to exporting dog bowls. So we move on to a little bit about Adam.
Sea Rat origin story.
Yeah, he's my favorite dumbass on the show. Now, I say he's a dumbass, but he also does kind of have this New Yorker kind of moxie where I can see him making a couple $1 million
Okay.
and living in Jersey in like a really nice house or something
Getting
like that.
into financial stuff?
Likely not, because he's just a dumbass. But these that city breeds some go-getters.
Yeah, some interesting
Yeah.
people there. Adam, Sea Rat origin history here.
Yeah.
Adam lived under a bridge in New York, was a fan of Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah. So we find as we kind of grow up, if you're lucky enough, you find little portals to different places. Maybe it's David Attenborough. Maybe it's Kangaroo Jack. But Adam has learned a lot about Australia through that vehicle with Anthony Anderson and a kangaroo.
I learned a
I mean,
lot.
he's just a dumbass.
Yeah. You want to know the dumb plot of the movie? I think I saw it once.
Doesn't it rob them and then they have to chase it because it has the cash or something?
Yeah. Two buddies work for the
Yeah.
mob.
Yeah.
And the mob sends them to Australia with $50K.
Yeah,
and then
50 grand, yeah.
kangaroo punches one of them and
Yeah.
steals the money.
Right.
Clearly, a person was on cocaine that wrote that.
Do they make friends with him in the end?
I have no clue.
All right. So we get. I think we get a meanwhile here.
Well, hot pants captain.
Oh, yeah.
He tells Kermit the third stew won't be arriving for a few days, and then he says, "Just kidding, she'll be here this morning." You know that kind of fun banter that you have when you wake up in the next morning after you slept with someone.
I mean, it's just active flirtation.
It is active flirtation. These
Then
two have sexual chemistry.
Then he goes down to Luke, and Luke gets a little shit early on in the charter. He is. I'm taking a beat right now because I did that thing where my note ends without any coherency.
Do you want me to pick up where you...
Yeah.
Okay, so Luke did in fact screw up the night before. He thought it might be better for his entire team to sleep while it's dark. Little did he know two drunkies were going to go out and almost kill themselves and be stung by jellyfish.
Yeah.
Of course, it was this turn of events that had Captain Hot Stuff come out and say, hey, never do that again. And then Luke now understands that he may be on a 2 or 3 strike level right now.
Yeah, hopefully 3.
Mm-hmm. So he tells his entire team, we will now do the directive of Hot Captain.
So the galley is handling Chef, not the other way around. And she does not wish to be to have a handle on the galley as much as she does a handle on that rack of lamb, that rack of ribs, that hot-ass Captain Jason. She is obsessed with that man. But we move on. We get a little meanwhile here.
Meanwhile?
Laura's standards are high. I don't give a shit. Okay, Laura, you're on a converted fishing boat, serving people on a discount vacation for a fucking reality television show. Okay, we are not at the Four Seasons. We are not in the fucking Arab Emirates. Okay, you need to chill out because you're coming off extremely unlikable. And I know Lappia is a very difficult place to grow up, but my God, are you awful right now?
Oh man, you should have seen the scene. She had a horse-driven carriage with all the dog bowls as she left the country. That's how she made. That's how she ate for like the first 6 months.
Yeah. And she had a rock, and they all fell out.
Okay. Well, all right. I actually.
What do they speak there?
Lappian.
Yeah. Is it a romantic language?
Very romantic. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, this is when we get back to Crystal. She lets the staff know when her glass is empty, that means it needs to be refilled.
Yeah.
Hey, Crystal, we had your old buddy Carmen on. Why don't you come on, you coward, and defend your horrible behavior?
I would love to speak to you, you little gremlin. No, I'm kidding. We would love to have you on, but also, I'm not certain how people ever get to the point where they think it's okay to speak to people like this. Now, if you are at a certain level where you think people are disgusting internally, that's okay. That's completely understandable. Mm-hmm. You know, you're a billionaire. Of course we're gross to you.
Right.
But you don't treat people this way.
It's bad. I think it's, well, I don't know. I'm not going to get inside Crystal's head. Perhaps you're going to yell at me for defending her. Perhaps there was some comedy in here and we're not picking it up.
Don't think so. Let's get to Margot from Wisconsin. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Not Wisconsin. Wisconsin is disgusting.
Absolutely not.
Margot is very pretty. I know that we've had plenty of Americans on this show before, but they've all been kind of caricatures. You know, like Culver's the CEO, which isn't that it's a chief entertainment officer. We've had, dumbasses from Brooklyn. We've had, like cowboys and cowgirls.
Sure.
But I feel like Margot is just a normal American. I feel like she's a good flag bearer, a good representative of this nation of ours.
We'll see.
It's true. It's far too early.
Far too early.
Too early.
And rather than give us a little origin story of Margot as she arrives, we get an origin story of Luke because he's triggered by her appearance, because she's hot and he wants to have sex with her.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So a little C-Rat history with Luke. He was in a relationship for 4 years, but he quote unquote fucked up because he didn't want to change and didn't want to push a lawnmower.
Yeah.
Because pushing a lawnmower isn't as fulfilling as providing service for an imbecile like
What are you
Crystal.
doing? What are you doing? Are you having a stroke?
Nah, I got caught in my thoughts and I was like, I forgot what I was going to say.
Happens to me all the time, babe. I mean, we just got to talk for so long. Yep. But yeah, no, Luke is scum of the earth, I think. Maybe I'll soften on him a little bit, but I don't like the I don't like the full court press. I think it's really disgusting. I think that women are most often very uncomfortable when it happens. Margot seems to be poorly communicating out of discomfort. Gary does it to people all the time. Yeah. He's a higher ranked person on the boat. He comes up to her. There's this off dynamic where he can push a little harder than one should normally be allowed to do, and they make good use of that. She walks on the vessel, and he says, Are you single? Let's have a different follow-up question after what's your name. Okay? Calm down, scumbag.
It's an interesting experiment. And Baby Barnacle had pointed out, but it's right before our eyes. The last 3 bosuns, they just proved themselves men in power, and then they just behave in a disgusting fashion.
Yeah, they're like low-stakes versions of Bill Clinton, Arkansas's former governor. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of them, you know?
Yeah.
So we get a back-to-back Sea Rat origin story. Margot.
What did he say? Tastes great? Something like that?
Oh, it tastes great. Yeah, I feel your pain.
No, but you know.
Cigar in my pussy hurts.
Yeah.
I feel your pain.
Does it have to be lit? I feel like it doesn't need to be lit.
Well, he probably took it from the ashtray. Who pulls out a brand new cigar and start using it as a sex toy?
I mean, depraved ex-presidents.
I feel your pain.
And Hillary's like, I let you do anything to me. I'm the kinkiest person you've ever met in your life. How dare you?
We get back-to-back origin stories. So Margot apparently worked for the Amazon factory, you know? And then she's only been in yachting for 6 months, which triggered a thought of mine. I think Bravo's running out of sea rats, and I think they should probably start this application process for sea rat schools. Like, you show up to work in maritime or whatever, and as you're walking through that hallway to, I don't know, do your fire test or whatever, there's that big application. Ever wanted to be on TV?
I don't think you need anything associated with maritime. I think that you need to go to Chili's and TGI Fridays in metropolitan areas and just fucking talk to people. Mm-hmm. You can cast the entire show like that. Captains, chief stews, all of it.
Hey, Barnacles, check out how to get me in Sea Rat school. I want to see kangaroos like Adam.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What?
Well, he wanted to see kangaroos. That's why he wanted to be a sea rat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why he said that.
Kangaroo Jack?
Yeah, it's his favorite movie.
There are no kangaroos in the ocean.
Yeah, but it's near Australia, you know?
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Are there kangaroos in the ocean?
No.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen one, so, you know. All right, so Luke.
I was going to say lots of meanwhiles coming up.
Yeah, but we get to Luke being incompetent. This is the pattern of bosunry over the past 3 bosuns. Addicted to pussy, rutting and distractedly so, a.k.a. horrible at their job.
Yep, you nailed it.
So, and one of the things that causes so much friction as a result of this sex addiction is this thing with the underlings. I feel like when you're a bosun or a chief stew, you might want to have a little bit of professional integrity and let your underlings all fucking suck each other. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe not night 1 you assault somebody with a kiss. Maybe you give it a couple charters and then see what happens. But what these bosun do, and Gary would have done it night 1, were it not for that pillow that constantly had COVID that he was sleeping on, he would have stuck his tongue down Mad's throat, the first night. So what it does is it causes this friction because Harry can't say anything to Luke. I mean, he does a little bit, but it's just a very, very myopic, scumbag, chauvinistic move. I can't stand this fucking guy. But anyway, so his blindness led to not that small of an accident.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking ladder ripped off the fucking boat.
Let me go through the meanwhiles here. Meanwhile, boat pulls up anchor. Margot does the rounds introducing herself, quickly becoming the star of the boat, I'll note. Crystal and Carmen continue to not get along because Crystal's an idiot. We anchor. The tender is launched, and the ladder that was strapped on got ripped the fuck off because Luke didn't pull the ladder out before the boat started moving. And Hot Pants isn't sure if Luke will work out.
Yeah. No, Luke was too distracted the night before thinking about what the person that was coming on board looked like, and then he just completely forgot about the ladder. So Brandon apologizes to Captain, and that's when Captain heads down. He goes up to Aisha. He goes, "If I had to apologize every time I did something when I was drunk, I'd be fucked." And she's like, "Huh?" And he's like, and then you're like, are these two fucking each other? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, that was flirtation right there.
Active flirtation.
Yeah, so any of you guys question us joking about it, it's a little thing called speculation.
That really got up under your wings.
Well,
What happened?
just because I don't like people that are in our group and they don't understand what we're throwing down here. It's called speculation. And he actually didn't say every time he did that drunk. He said every time he got drunk, he'd be forced to bang a girl that sounds like a frog. Ribbit.
Hey, cut it out, man. And we don't spit speculation on the show. I think I like to call it speculative facts. You know? Mm-hmm. They're speculative, but unbelievably accurate. I mean, our batting average on the predictions of the show is pretty goddamn high.
I think so.
All right, so we move on to Moulin Rouge. Obviously, being from Lapia, that part of the world, Luska, or whatever, Laura, sorry, is into nutcracker dances and shit. I don't know what they do. They get in cold theaters and fucking suck down vodka and see people do, like, I don't know, name a classical musician.
Sebastian Bach?
Seabass Bach. They just fucking dance around to that shit. You know? Yeah.
You know, Moulin Rouge, the movie with Nicole Kidman, first half of that's pretty good.
And I know Moulin Rouge isn't like... There was a lot of confusion over the dances. Is the Moulin Rouge the can-can?
I think so.
Is it the can-can?
I think so.
Is that French?
There's also, yeah, it's French.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I drove by the Moulin Rouge when I visited Paris.
All right, well, mea culpa. I went on that whole
total
jag about
tourist dead end over there.
What is?
The Moulin Rouge.
That's a thing?
It's a thing.
What, in Paris?
Yeah.
What is it?
You sit down for dinner and you see them do the fucking can-can. Costs a ton of money.
At the Moulin Rouge? Mm-hmm. Is the Moulin Rouge a real place?
Yeah. It's been around for like 200 years.
I thought it was just Boz Lerman as a young gay man thinking, I wish there was a place like this.
No, it exists.
I don't think he's gay either. All right, so text comes through. I'm available right now. Take it easy, whoever is texting, and it makes so much sense that it was Culver.
Oh, well, I'll save my thoughts for him. Culver, you're a nice guy. You're a nice guy, dude.
Yeah.
Real nice guy. But I had enough of you.
Oh, wow.
I have. He just comes on and puts a show on. I don't care. It's very boring. It's like a guy that, like, at a party, you allow one dad joke to fly. The next thing you know, he's 5 in, and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. Trying to think of a good dad joke.
I don't think this audience has heard your Guinness Book of World Records joke. That one's pretty funny.
Of course they've heard the Guinness Book of World Records joke. Go ahead, keep going. I'll think of a dad joke.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, let's see. Luke moves in on Margot pretty quickly. He's happy that she's.
What's
a fan
the difference
of tequila.
between Jews and canoes?
Oh no.
Canoes tip.
Now, Dylan.
Dad joke.
You must. Well, also a little racist, but you get away with it because you are in fact Jewish.
Cha-ching.
Okay.
All right.
The can dresses show up, which they actually don't show up. They only show up with one outfit, which I think Aisha wears, and the other ones wear like weird, ill-fitting bodysuits.
Yeah.
Anyway, Margot and Harry guess each other's names, or ages rather, and she guesses he's 80 because there are certain corners of his teeth are yellow, but that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's actually 23. He's a baby, and he lies about his height. He's actually 6'5", but he says 6'4" because that's like the perfect height.
the golden height. Mm-hmm. You know, that sounded really silly, but I actually kind of understand where he's coming from.
Mm-hmm. 6'5", you're an oddity. A woman might not want to breed with you because you'll have a child too tall.
Yeah, exactly. Freaks. Hey, what do you call an angry carrot?
An angry carrot. Let's see.
Steamed veggie.
A steamed veggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any difference between a dad joke and a popsicle stick joke?
What's popsicle stick jokes?
What do you mean? What is a popsicle stick joke? Do you not know a popsicle stick joke?
I do not, sir.
Kaylin, do you know a popsicle stick
Of
joke?
course, I have 2 young children.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man, you haven't lived. All right, what happens next?
Dinner. Well, they set up the party.
Here's another one. How do you make an egg roll?
Egg roll.
Yeah. You just push it and it starts rolling. These are fucking horrible.
Oh, my God.
Are these not awful dad jokes?
You're looking up those?
What do you call a pile of cat? A mountain. Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work? They don't have horns. All right, sorry.
All right, so dinner, it's remarked, not by any guest, but rather the people that created the tablescape, that the tablescape and decor are very, quote unquote, elegant.
All right, hang on.
I'm sorry, this room looks like the downstairs of Uncle Jerry's basement.
Yeah.
And Uncle Jerry doesn't have any friends.
And Uncle Jerry does not like Vietnamese people.
No. He's also an alcoholic. Big fan of wood paneling, though.
And he does not like Vietnamese people. Hates them. I should say I'm not sure. I think cows might have horns, right? Some cows have horns.
I don't know about that. They have big ears.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that Carmen, the first guest of this charter season, or primary rather, was able to be real with us and tell us her thoughts about what she thought as she was walking up to this vessel. Because it was the first time she set her eyes on a gigantic painted blue Japanese fishing vessel.
Oh my gosh. Well,
you'll have to listen to the episode.
Yeah. You will. And that is just a crazy episode. I'm sorry. I just got a text that two of the people I was hanging out with this weekend have COVID.
Oh boy.
So what do you guys want to do? You want me to just phone a friend?
It's too late now, dude.
You think it's too late to apologize?
It's too late. You're already infected.
No, I'm fine.
Thanks for letting us know, though.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Appreciate that.
Kaylin, you want to get out of here?
No, I'm okay.
All right.
I'm not worried.
I don't think I have it.
Yeah, I don't think you do either.
Do you know why I don't think I have it?
Why is that?
Ashkenazi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. RFK said they targeted so we would live.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy.
Well, I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying if it is true, that's a boon for me.
Oh, okay.
And the Chinese. I mean, we're not saying anything controversial here. Cool it, man. Where are we in this fucking episode?
All right, so Brand
Sorry.
at dinner, Hot Captain is invited to sit at the dinner and join. This is going to be a trope, I think. Now we're not going to look back where we don't allow captains sitting at the table anymore.
Yeah.
Brandon immediately starts sucking up to Jason about his scuba diving history and knowledge. That's fine, Brandon. You should never judge a person on their worst day, and certainly that was the night before when you called the captain of this vessel a bitch.
Okay, so a couple of different things. Apologies, I was in a bit of a panic and I was looking for dad jokes, and I shouldn't have done that. Okay,
it's okay.
So a couple things that I was too distracted to utter. Laura she's this very confusing one. Now we already talked that she doesn't need to be as high standard as she is. She is not Alfred serving
Batman.
Yeah, Prince Bruce Wayne, or anything even remotely like 5-star. But she's also like, I don't know if I buy it, because she's kind of clueless. You know what I mean? Like, she has really shitty time management. I'm not talking about her getting ready. I just think she asks like very bizarre questions, like the can dress isn't there. And she's like, well, I can't do the can if I don't have the dress. Now that I'm saying this, I think she was right. But it's also, she was talking about getting a fucking boat to run the dress out in the middle of the goddamn ocean. It's like, you have an odd brain.
I think I can clear some things up.
Okay.
I think she has a very unrealistic goal or aspiration of becoming the chief stew.
Chief stew, yeah.
That's what I think she's going for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what we need. Usually it's second stew, third stew, coup. Mm-hmm. This time we have second stew, chief stew, coup. Mm-hmm. Now, what Laura doesn't know is that Aisha and Hot Captain Rack a lamb ass captain are definitely fucking. Now I'm kidding. This is alleged, okay? And we're kidding about it. Speculative fact. So we get that royalty-free dream pop, then we go scuba diving, and then we get back to Luke speaking to Margot. I don't know. You were more of a ladies' man back in the day, so
yes.
maybe Luke's behavior doesn't trigger you as much as it does
Oh no,
me.
I'm not going to use the word trigger.
Yeah.
But I will.
I won't use it either because it's like way overused
It's
and
a
a dumb
douchebag.
word. Yeah.
It's pretty gross. I
Yeah.
mean, this didn't work in my day either. You can't just tell a woman, would you like to suck my dick?
Well, yeah, that was fucking unbelievably disgusting. But also, he keeps doing this thing where he's talking to Margot and he's like, "Sigh, what you drink?" She's like, "Tequila." And he's like, "Perfect." Everything's lining up, isn't it? It's like, oh, God, dude.
Yeah.
Very quid pro quo kind of conversation, though, because she seems to be evaluating him as well. She seems to be playing the game a little bit. And when she is asked how old she is by young Harry, she says, "I'm 53. Do we have a little C-Rat J-Law here?" She has J-Law humor. Do we have C-Rat J-Law in Margot? I absolutely adore Margot. Let's get to dinner. The dresses arrive. We see a guest who hasn't been on the show yet, a woman named
Rhoda.
Rhoda.
Love that name. I used to watch Rhoda when I was a kid. It was a spinoff of the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
That's not... Who's the drunk on morning television?
More drunk on morning television.
You know what I'm talking about? Coda?
Oh, Coda Copy?
Huh?
Isn't that her last name?
Coda Copy.
Isn't that her last name?
I don't know. She drinks wine
She
with
used to do
Kathy
it with
Lee
Kathy
Gifford.
Gifford, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not Rhoda. Rhoda's from a 70s sitcom.
Okay, great. So we...
The reason you brought that up is because Crystal pushes back because Rhoda shushes her.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're all
Rhoda
trying to
shushes her.
get a little time with hot
Hi, Captain Ass. Yeah. So the first course is a stuffed baked potato with caviar. It looks like something that you would get from an Omaha steak shipment. You could microwave it if you want. Just put caviar on top. Then we get dark for a minute with Sheffy. Core memory. A teacher dismissing her as not a perfectionist as a young girl. And ever since then, it has fueled her to not become a perfectionist. No, I mean, these memories are sad. Then we get to dessert.
Is that it? No protein.
I didn't see any. Oh, no, of course. We got overcooked duck duvet. The duck was... I mean, it was wall-to-wall gray. I mean, you just can't serve this stuff. You have to... Her specialty is platters. She makes exquisite platters.
For breakfast and lunch.
For breakfast, lunch, snack. It looks like something that Napoleon eats. Like some kind of cherub, like, I don't know, little people walk that in for him because that's what he wants. But it is very, very Versailles, the quality of these platters. The quality of the meals. I mean, that dessert looked like if I was on mushrooms and I got a hankering for something sweet and I couldn't really see, that's what I would make.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
As long as we're doing kind of the out there take there.
Yeah, the out
Imagine
there
if
take,
the
yeah.
duck that's body, she did that too, got
Yeah,
to come
yeah,
have
yeah.
words with her.
Yeah.
Okay. I got slaughtered and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
did
yeah.
me dirty.
Right.
You know,
Well,
I want people to enjoy me. You know?
Okay, so I was
you
going to
fucking
ask
ruin
you
me.
if the duck was going to be... Okay, so it's tricky when you anthropomorphize animals like that because do they automatically have an understanding of our cultural customs and stuff like that? Like, does the duck immediately have a mastery of how he should be cooked? Or even that cooking is a thing or that fine dining is a thing? In this one, he does, and he's rip shit pissed.
He's pissed.
Yeah. And she's like, "I'm so sorry." And he's like, you know what? Apology not accepted. Apology not accepted. That's ridiculous.
Totally ridiculous.
And then he, is he a ghost?
Yeah. He's coming
okay.
back, man.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure we heard him on the show. That was it. Oh.
The video's over again.
He really let her have it, though, you know? Sometimes brevity is the soul of wit.
It's the soul of Quack. Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure.
What was that?
That was the audio that we didn't see during the episode with that duck coming back from death to let How do you say her fucking name?
Serena, yeah. Serena. All right, so Laura is bossing Aisha around. I don't like that. I love Aisha. I think Aisha is such a sweetheart. I don't think that Aisha needs to be in New Zealand or Australian news. She needs to be one of these people who like throws to a fisherman who makes like a dick pun and busts the entire studio up.
I forget what kind of news person there where they go out to all the like it's
Remotes.
a fundraiser. Remotes. Yeah, she's a
remotes.
remote news anchor.
She's like, hello there, I'm here. People are going crazy over crayfish. They're all like fucking, it's like a thing. They're all in the puddles.
Yeah, she's got like 3 14-year-olds behind her giving the camera the middle finger.
They're like pretending to suck off a dick, Yeah.
Hey, don't do that.
Yeah. And she like holds up her
Shut
finger.
up, Kermit. Sorry.
Why do you say shut up, Kermit?
Oh, the 14-year-olds didn't
Oh, they
like her.
call her Kermit.
Yeah.
All right. Man, do you have an imagination? Hey, I feel like we're a little loopy this episode. Let's get
Not
grounded.
me. Okay.
Let's get grounded.
Okay.
Not you, did you say?
Not me.
You put a YouTube video of a quack twice. Hey, let's keep this grounded though. Okay.
Okay.
So Chef heads down to talk to Captain of the food, Serena.
Oh, you didn't mention that very, very wet, drippy dessert, by the way. Or did I miss that? Oh, maybe I was looking up the duck sound.
Remember he was on mushrooms?
Oh, right. That's how it all started.
I feel like I'm on mushrooms right now. So he goes down there. He says, hey, listen. I know I'm hot, but also that dinner sucked. And she was like, listen, the duck was overcooked. I mean, it looked like shit. I cut it. I was like, well, that looks like shit. And then I served it. And the molten cake looks like somebody on shrooms put that together.
Fifth graders at an ice cream party would push that bowl away.
And Captain Jason, man, is this guy an optimist. He's like, it was amazing that she knew exactly what she did wrong. Because now we have some room for growth.
Oh, yes.
And we also have a chef who specializes in platters. And you can't have that. But she does better next episode. So let's get to the next day.
Next morning.
Captain and Aisha are brother and sister. We've done enough on this, right? Not buying it. Not buying it.
Not buying it.
Okay, so Crystal says Vuv is life. And I think you and I can both agree that Vuv is life. Good.
She came off like Johnny Depp on a Thursday. She looked like an idiot. She looked like a drunk. I know you're on vacation, but it's not a good look rolling around with a bottle of Vu at 9 in the morning.
She reminds me of this drunk neighbor we used to have who saw me walking in short shorts one day and called me the F word and chased me down.
Were these the same people that didn't like that you put a doorbell ring on your door?
No, those were completely different. Those were two lesbians who were academics who were also out of their minds.
Yeah, they thought you were, I guess.
I'll tell it quick, and because we got to
Sure.
get back to the show. But we installed a doorbell, a Ring camera, and it was pointing down the hallway, and they walked out of their door into said hallway, and they were not okay with that. So we arrived home from vacation to a manifesto taped to a door. I mean, it was almost 3 pages, and it was written in Lee Harvey Oswald type MK Ultra panicked scribery. And so we had a lovely conversation. They were like, we need you to take it down. And I was like, guys, you are so sweet. I can't tell you how much we enjoy being your neighbors. Not taking the thing down. Because we had already caught people trying to break into our house.
And
We're
also,
not taking
you
it
used to
fucking
watch
down.
their goddamn cats.
Oh, yeah. I used to watch their cats. And they didn't tell me that they had a little robot that spit treats out that you could watch the cat. They saw me try to fuck the cat.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's like they didn't tell me about that at all.
Infringing on someone's personal
Exactly.
moments.
Thank you. If you're going to ask me to take care of it, I'll take care of it my own way. I would like a little privacy, please. They didn't even mention that though, because they knew I would have them. All right, we got to get grounded.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Let's bring this back.
Yeah,
down.
and also, I got to get out of here. How
All
long
right.
we got?
So, we have a very sweet breakfast is quail eggs. Crystal says that she is like Beyonce, And if she is like Beyonce, I am like Henry Cavill. You're not like Beyonce. Beyonce is one of the most beautiful, talented people on planet Earth. You are a drunk.
And a mean one at
And
that.
we'd love to talk to you.
Yeah, you want to come on the show, you coward. Hit me up.
Okay. We'd love to talk to you. Sweet Sea Rat story. Adam, his mom busted her hump to get him into Catholic school. Who cares? Let's get to the docking. While they are there, ending the vacation, Brandon says, you know what, Chrissy? You're kicked off the island. You're not on this vacation anymore. Brandon, the vacation's over. That's like allowing a drunk to fight people all the way through service until closing time and then being like, you got to go.
Security.
Yeah. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. To quote One Republic. Do you know that
I
song?
hate that band.
Okay. So Harry doesn't know what a labia is, and we get to the night out, but not before tip meeting.
Tip meeting.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
17.5.
Yeah.
Totally. Remember, this is just 2 days, people.
Great tip for 2 days.
$1,600 each.
So they're going to take that, and they're going to go straight to the club. They're going to buy 75 shots, try to make out with each other, and pour those shots on the ground. But first...
Not before Luke asks Laura if she wants to be the first person to suck his dick while he wears that absurd disco helmet.
I don't think he asked her that. I just think that he pronounced in front of people, including Laura, who is a cold woman, but a woman nonetheless, that he was going to get his cock sucked while wearing that helmet, which would indicate or imply two things. That he's going to get his cock sucked tonight, or if he fails to do that, his incompetency aboard this vessel will give him another shot at getting his cock sucked in that.
Could also accelerate the incompetency because he's focused all day long.
Yeah, can't stand this guy. So we get a little Scott and Aisha fun FaceTime together. They love each other, and he has no idea what's going on. But he's probably new age kind of.
Sure, he might be into it.
So Harry is trying to play it cool. He's going to slow play this whole Margot thing, and I think that's a good idea. I do think the necklace is a little ridiculous. He's wearing one of those emblems that house husband wore. Do you remember Bronwyn's husband?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. One of those, like, it's like the clasp on the front of Neverending Story, but on your necklace.
Yeah.
It's just like very big, and there's like an emerald in it.
Yeah, he might have read the book The Game.
Yeah. The game is like, there's a specific dueling dragon amulet that you can get on Amazon. Adorn that, and
Girls
you'll get a ton of pussy. So we go out, and Luke views Harry as all over the place, someone he's not threatened by, because Luke is subtle. Now, as dumb as that was to say, given his behavior, Margot does ask if Harry is gay, so I think Luke is correct.
100%.
Yeah. And I think I called her Laura, but I apologize. We've been going for a while.
Yeah, that's okay. So let's see. What do we do? Oh, yeah. So we just head out to the club, and then we got what was the cliffhanger here? I guess Luke moves on to create his second HR nightmare of the evening. The first being who'd like to suck my dick.
Yeah.
The second one is going in for a kiss with Margot.
Yes.
Before he kind of checked with her, or she'd actually been on the boat for more than 12 hours.
Good move, but a move that inherently has baked within it a lack of consent from one
100%.
party. So if you're going to do this, you need to be fucking
Pretty
sure as shit that this is okay. And you know what, with Harvey Weinstein beating off in plants and whatnot, I don't think this is appropriate.
Absolutely not.
But anyways, jump in the... Kaylin, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So jump in the iTunes ratings and reviews. Go to patreon.com/another podcast network. Ad-free. Fun episodes there. PMC, APS. Join us on Bad TV for Flavor of Love. What a show. What our favorite show, to recap, honestly. And 90 Day Fiancé with Rubes is there as well. Join us on YouTube at Bad TV Podcast. We love you very much. I'm Dylan saying goodbye. Pat, say goodbye.
Later, dude!
Kaylin.
Bye-bye.